Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to work on this week's A Cherry on Top sketch challenge. I've got some supplies in front of me that I plan on using. Let me show you the sketch and see if you can see that. I'm just showing it on my phone here. There is a circle, some photos, your title, embellishments. So this right away had me thinking of a cut file that I had saved on my Cricut to use with some photos of my girlies for St. Patrick's Day. So let me show you. I'm planning on using my scrap room kit from March 2025. So that's what the papers are, as well as embellishments. I did pull from my stash some corner in case I want to use these, as well as some gold ones, because I figure gold, you know, end of the rainbow type thing, as well as these gold enamel dots. The photos that I'm going to use are these two with Josie, with a cute little shamrock hat on. And you can't really tell from the photos, but she does have a very reddish tinge to her hair. So she's our little sweet girl. In the scrap room kit, I did receive some embellishments. That's part of what you get. And so let's see what we got in here. I've got a Where's Your Green? Lucky and Blessed. I sure am. I've got the Shamrock. I've got Pinch Me. We've got Lucky. We've got You Are My Lucky Charm. Pot of Gold. Good Luck. A banner. Another Lucky. Who needs luck when you're this cute? That would be perfect. In My Lucky Era. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Another Lucky. And this one that says Good Friend. So those are types of ephemera that I have to use. And then I also have the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet. Oh, don't want to lose these. I have the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet available to use to decorate. And then what you see here is the Cricut cutout that I decided to use. So it was the big circle, and it's got these shamrocks here. And I cut this from the cardstock that we get in the kit. And then I plan to use that cardstock to go ahead and frame my layout. So the cardstock here is from, it's really hard to read, but I'm pretty sure it's Basil. I'll have to take a picture of it to tell you what it is, to tell you the truth. It is Basil. I just can't tell you what color it is. Yeah, I can't read that. I apologize, but it's a dark green. And then I'm also using the Echo Park Collection Lucky Charm. And this particular paper is called Leprechaun Luck. I also have pulled my Distress Spritz in Bundled Sage to maybe add some spatters. So my plan here is obviously to lay the cut file out how it's designed. So let's go ahead and get this down. So first off, I want to get, and what I'm going to do here is put a little piece of tape in the two corners of my mat here. I like to do that so that my paper doesn't move. I am horrible about it. I don't know why, but as you can see, that's not very straight. Let's get it straight. Nope. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is then go ahead and lay this over the top. Go ahead and put just in some of these little, I don't want to lose anything just from you know, doing the cutout there. So let's go ahead and line this up. And I took just over a 1/4 inch off of each side, not half an inch, not a third of an inch. It kind of was really just over a quarter of an inch. So we'll go ahead and lay that down. And now I'll get my cut file down. And it goes this way. Probably going to use liquid adhesive on some of this. After I get it kind of temporarily down, I'll go back with some liquid adhesive. So this went kind of like this. And if you noticed in the sketch, that's exactly, it was kind of like this circle that had several layers around it. And now how this goes is this kind of lined up. Let me get my picture back on my computer just to double check that I'm laying it out right. I'll pause you, hang on. Okay, I've got that adhered, and I did add some liquid glue under parts of the cut file here. So this is my background. Now the photos that I have to use here, now the sketch did call for 3 photos, but I have these 2. And I was going to kind of layer them in the side here. I'm going to cut them down a little bit. They don't need to be so big. Look at her little piggies. I am using a Fiskars trimmer. I have several trimmers, just as I'm sure a lot of us do. And for some reason, I go back to this one quite a bit. It just seems to work well for what I want to do with it. I had the Tim Holtz new one, you know, the new with the blade that you switch. And for some reason, I don't know if it's, I mean, I use, you know, Echo Park, Zipple Story, stuff like that. I get so many fibers in the blade that cleaning the track on it all the time or cleaning out it was just really kind of a pain. I just didn't think the cut lasted long enough for, you know, how many times I wanted to use it. I mean, the blade. I felt like I had to change my blade a lot to get rid of a lot of that fibrous cutting. Okay, I like that. Let me cut a little bit more off this side. I wanted to see her little piggies, which is why I didn't make them shorter. She is in her new jumpy here, and she loves it when you tell her, you know, are you gonna jump? She just goes crazy. It is cute. Cute, 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 cute. So let me go ahead. I'm like, put this one down, and it's going to be under that shamrock there a little bit. And so there was one photo kind of near the top. And then I'm going to angle that one there. And you know, when you're using a cut file, and it's not with all cut files, this one is not one that you would back. It's just a solid image. You know, a lot of your embellishing is done. It's kind of like, okay, now what do you want to add? Now there is a title that goes here based on the sketch. And let's look at our sticker sheet. Do we have anything that could be a good title? I'm definitely lucky to have this little one in my life. That little pot of gold is adorable. Should probably use that. Who needs luck when you're this cute? But the thing is that because my paper in the back is white, I'm afraid that would get lost unless I maybe back it on something. So let's see. Was there something in here? We had that same image and a little piece of ephemera here. Let's see if I think that'll stand out more. I like that. I don't really like the bow tie, but I can always cover that up. Okay, so let's see. this. Who needs luck when you're this cute? Just go and kind of overlay this. Let's see if either one of these is a good title selection. This might be too big. Who needs, and I like I said, I don't like how this, I could maybe always ink the edges, but if I use this Lucky and Blessed, I can always find some piece of ephemera to cover up the bow tie that I'm not thrilled with. So that's what I think I'm gonna go with. Lucky and Blessed. Do I want to use any of the photo corners? Now this green, I could use one maybe here and one here, but this is definitely a different shade of green, but it is in some of the greens in the, let me see if I like it or not. Let's put it back on the backing and see if we like it. Just trying to add more interest, you know, to look around the layout, and I'll let that marinate for a moment. We are not stuck with it yet. Let's see, okay, let's get to our sticker sheet. What did we want to put over this little bow tie? What is there on here? I could always use a shamrock, of course. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll layer a shamrock over it. Like use this. Want something small enough, but something big enough as well. And at first I was looking at these little shamrocks. Oh, there's a little rainbow. Let's see if we can take that off real quick. There's this little rainbow here. I like the rainbow image better. Does it cover it up? Now, not big enough. I don't think in the same thought that this is not big enough. Do I like the bow maybe with the little shamrock in the middle of it? Or if I put a gold enamel dot in the middle of it? Let's see. These gold enamel dots that I have here were in a one of my SET kits, and they are extra, so I just put them in with this. I'm going to go with that for right now, and then I also want to add, I did like this shamrock. Let's see. I might put some adhesive on that. I like the rainbow for up here. If you notice, I'm not pressing anything down too hard in case I want to move it. We could always use the little top hat, right? So there's there. Let's see, what else do I have down that I want to put down here. I don't have a lot in my regular inventory of just St. Patrick's Day, because it's not something that we, you know, we're past the age where we go out and bar hop and things like that. The kids maybe do, but we do not. could use maybe a couple of no, I don't like how that looks. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling here with what to use. I like the little kiss me. I'm thinking about using the pot of gold, which would just go down here then, and I would get rid of the kiss me. And that's what I think I'm gonna do. As I don't know when I'll use this kit again, I'm actually trying to say, hey, let's use it all right now, or what I think I'm going to use of it at least, and maybe donate the rest of it. My library is going to be having a craft type sale. I don't like it. I thought I would, but I don't. Is there another little pot of gold somewhere? Like just to represent. So we've got the horseshoes, we've got the pot of gold. I could use another hat down here, I guess. There is another hat. This is going to be lightly embellished compared to what I normally do. That's for sure. Let's see, what else is over here? I don't want to give her like a smoking pipe, you know. I think she's a little young for that. A lot of these all say luck. Luck, 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 luck. I can always use, there's another hat here, so there'd be 3 little shamrock hats. Let me go ahead and, I want to put this one on an adhesive foam. Now, the last few videos I've been talking about like adhesive and using, that I have so much in my stash and stuff. Those ones that I was using that I just kept saying were too bulky, I ended up tossing them. I was just like, why am I forcing myself to use these when I don't like them? When I do have other viable options in my inventory to use. So I chucked them. And I'm not mad about it at all. So let's go ahead. We're gonna put this down, and I want these things to touch each other just as a little bit of a, you know, for anchoring. I don't want it floating out there. So there's that. I've got these, I've got that. And do I want to maybe just put this with this little grouping here? I do. And honestly, maybe I'll use the gold ones, save the green ones. Since I plan on only using 2. Let's see. Now these photo corners are some that I got just off of Heidi Swap's site quite some time ago. There's just kind of like this mixed bag. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use these. Kind of like this mixed bag that I've tried to put near all the stuff I'm using to remember to use them, to kind of pull them out. I like photo corners. And I actually did buy a punch to make my own photo corners, but you know, I've got some in my inventory that I need to use. So there's that. Let's see. We want to sprinkle around some gold. So I use a So honestly, it's done. This is done. I normally would use a whole lot more, but with that cut file, see, that's what I'm not used to using something so large. Sorry, I'm silencing my phone. I'm not used to using something so large to cover up most of my layout, but boy, that really made an impact, and I love it. So this is what I'm using for this week's A Cherry on Top sketch layout. As I said, I used a Cricut cut file. I used paper from Echo Park, and I used what came in my March Flavors of the Month scrap room kit. So the gold circles are from a SET sampler, not sampler, but the We Create kits. The photo corners are from Heidi Swap that I just have in my inventory, and just, you know, the stickers and stuff from the collection. But let me know what you think. This will be in the Cherry on Top gallery. Don't forget, when you enter the Cherry on Top sketch layout and you load to your gallery, you get 100 cherry points on the day that they pick the random winner. And if you are the random winner, you're going to get 1,000 points. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this. I know that there are times when I want to do more of like a process, but it takes me a long time. So I sometimes worry that it might be too long. But using the sketch typically helps to speed things up a little bit. Please like, comment, subscribe. I thank you so much for your time, for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Take care. Bye. Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I wanted to show you I created another layout using another cut file from Cricut, following that sketch from A Cherry on Top. They'll both be loaded up to the gallery, but I do know that you can only enter one for the contest, so that's no big deal. I used, again, my Flavors of the Month kit from the scrap room, the same Lucky Charm kit. There were papers that I used. The background paper with the rainbows is called 6x4 journaling cards. I backed this photo here along with this piece of ephemera with this paper here called Lucky Charms. And then again, I used that green basil piece of paper. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take some photos, load it up to the gallery, finish up my video. But you'll see here, I used some of the stickers again from the kit. I used those same gold enamel shapes that I have from one of my Scrapbook and Cards Today kits. I used 2 of the green photo corners, more of the enamels, and then another sticker down here. So this week I did 2 using that sketch, using 2 cut files from Cricut. So not only, you know, so we're in March. I used a tool I hardly ever use, which is my Cricut, and let me tell you, this cut like butter. I have to use it more often because every time I do, I thoroughly enjoy what I've made. Meaning, you know, there's just so much more, which is why we get our Cricuts or any type of dies or stamps, because we know that we would like to make our own embellishments, but then we buy, well, I buy all the embellishments. So with the scrap room, you only get a sampling of them. So with this, I knew that I had been searching in Cricut Design Space for a while for some St. Patrick's Day items, so these were perfect with the circles and with the shapes. So those are my 2 layouts with the Flavors of the Month kit, using a sketch from A Cherry on Top. Items used are also from Scrapbook and Card Today, the Let's Create kit, along with, come on, what else was that? Yeah, Cricut Echo Park Scrap Room. I used my Fiskars trimmer. I used my ATG along with some, what is it, Nouveau glue. And then for this one to round the corners, I used my little eCraft corner rounder. I think that's it. Oh, my foam tape that I use. This particular one's from Hobby Lobby. I'm actually liking it. It's not too thick. I have tons to use as far as other types, but I'm going to remember this one. This reminds me a lot of the Dollar Tree tape, except it actually is a little bit thinner. And I like the Dollar Tree tape, so I've got more of that in my stash that I will definitely use. I was kind of saving it to get through some of the other ones that I don't know if I like or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to come back, show you, hey, I made another one with all of the same supplies, just to share with you. I, again, appreciate your time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.